Hello, Raymond. Doing good, Raymond. How are you? That's good. How's the weather been today? Think you said there was a chance of snow. Hey, Retro. The planting, well, is successfully in their little cups or in their containers for the moment. So we'll see what grows. All right, where did I? It snowed good. A little cold, yes, it snowed good, but cool. Yeah, glad it didn't last long either. And Retro, where our wash machine and dryer has good lighting, and we got everything out there for now. Once we know how the weather is going to turn out, so they get good sun and for being inside. So it's like a mini little greenhouse concept out there right now. So we'll see what takes. Hey, Big Matt. How are you doing? Oh, hang on. Just remembered. I guess that would be helpful if anyone would like. Oh. Oh. Oops. Huh. Thank you, Kelly. Cool. Awesome. Oh, darn. It's in the other room. Yeah, speaking of working on things, got another item to go into the coastal bundles when I create them. Of course, I have to wait to the end of this month for our local farmers market to open, so I can get the new. You think I can grow peppers on my windowsill? I don't see why not. I'll say give it a. Well, it shouldn't be like any other plant, I guess. Hello, she stole my thunder. Kelly, you might can like the ones that's already the plant has grown and try see if that will produce anything. Unless you want to start from seed, but you might want to start with the plant level of it. Yeah, that's true. Long as the windowsill is big enough. That is true too. Sorry, I'm kind of split. I've got Something I don't know if I want to invest my time into yet, but I'm helping another person out with it, but I still have them up to 10 inches tall on. That's very cool. Oh, Easter. Ooh. High of 32 next week. Oof. Hey, Josh. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh, hey, Grey Wolf. Hope everyone's had a good Monday. I think we're all still on Mondays. Or finishing up. I'll be better when it's payday. I think everybody likes that day when we're payday. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see. Hmm. Thank you, Josh. And don't forget to put adventure for your channel. And I yet have no idea what to cook for tomorrow. So I think everybody will be a mystery for that tomorrow. Hello, have cheetah. Okay. Thank you, Backlash. If Backlash wants to cook, go right ahead. That will work. Because it's been a hijack your life. It's all right. It's been a trying to help my sister out with my care of my mom, and so it's kind of pulled me away from stuff here. So it's all good. Propane. Hopefully, we just have both of our tanks filled, and hopefully, it might be the last time we need to fill up for the cold aspect of things, but we'll see. Thank you, Cheetah. What time Backlash to chat is hungry? Because he will be home before I will. So he might be cooking with Backlash. Yeah, that's better for the house. So I know you can drop off Panda. Maybe you can pick up Panda? SysNets21? Hello. Ooh. Quick is never quick. Oh, yeah. Usually it's the simple jobs that give you a headache. Oh. I really don't know if I want to go that route. Ugh. Might try to do some fishing tomorrow. Right. Remember, I got people who can tell on you. It was a very quiet night, minus the chicks. Hmm. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing.
I need to be laying down doing nothing, but I can't do that right now. My brain won't let me. It's got 1,000 things floating around in there.
I hear you.
And hopefully, if I write some out, it will no longer be in my brain. Hey, Miss Judy.
I miss Judy May.
Because I got something I would like to get involved with, but that's just like another project and time that I don't need to. I don't have. So I'll it's a book company. It's kids books, and yeah, I can host a party for them, but I would like to kind of be a sell them.
Oh, okay.
But that's a whole nother. I'm not ready for that level of commitment. There we go. That's a bit better. So it's in my YouTube channel. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's no particular topic or just a stop by and chat night. And trying to figure out what I'm gonna make tomorrow night, or unless Batlash is gonna cook tonight or cook tomorrow night. That'd be great too.
I think you should make him better cook. The other night, my wife made potato salad and then did steaks on the grill.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. I finally did get the corned beef and cabbage and potato cooked. uh, yeah, I guess you can say I backlashed the slow cooker last night.
He's rubbing
Or
off on you, isn't he?
yesterday. because I put everything together, and for some reason, don't know why, I put it on the warm setting and not the actual either the high or low cooking setting. So it didn't get cooked at all yesterday. I think it got marinated. It got to sit together for a good amount of time yesterday. And of course, then I felt bad because I just told my mom and dad I was cooking supper for them, and yeah, won't even cooking supper for us. But I did put it on first thing this morning and make sure it was on the right setting. So we had it tonight, and then I took some over there for them, which I knew my sister had took rice and chicken and rice up there. I said nothing else. I know I promised you. I know Daddy likes it, and I'm like, nothing else. You can have it for lunch tomorrow.
There you go.
But all you got to do is make you some biscuits, and you're good. Daddy's like, I think I can handle that part.
My wife's got a digital crock pot, and first time I ever tried using that, I only put it on for 5 minutes. I thought I was putting it on for 5 hours, but it was only 5 minutes.
I was like, well, oh well. It came out good. It still worked. Especially when Panda tells you, Mommy, you did a good job. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, there you go.
That's when you know you done good one. She said, Mama, this is good. I'm like, okay. That's your best compliment ever. Sounds like our air fryer class. Oh, yeah. Hope everyone in the chat still having okay. Has had a good day. Whew, get words out. It's been a while since I've had this one. I don't remember it being this tart.
What is it? One of them ice things or whatever? Or?
It's the sparkling ice, the classic lemonade.
One. I love them things.
I don't remember, but it's been a while since I've had that one.
I like the blackberry. Texas have had a bad tornado outbreak this evening. Are they still dealing with the fire? I haven't even paid much attention to the news. I don't know.
Or what's going on. Man, they're still having some fires. Let's see.
Where's Panda, in bed?
Yes. It's school. It's back on school week, so she's got to go to bed at We're trying to do now 8:30, getting her in. And she's had supper, her ice cream, a bath, and in bed.
We had supper late, so Lily had supper, ice cream, and she just now went to bed. And
Oh. Yeah, I'm hoping whatever stuff I planted yesterday, maybe something will take and grow. We'll see.
I still got to get some of my stuff planted.
Since we had a decent day yesterday. When you're talking about one dirt covered panda.
Did she grow?
Did
she grow?
I think she has. Because even the when I dropped her off today, when the preschool, because there's two, you have the teacher, then you have the assistant teacher, and he was like, "Did she grow?" I was like, "I think so." He's like looking at you like I was like, "I think she's had another little spurt of height." Hey, first time.
Clyde.
So she is definitely growing.
Couple more days, we're gonna have a new pirate, aren't we?
Yep. Yes, we are.
Get some sticky letters and write out that says Bluebeard on his boat.
Of course, I know there was Blackbeard. I don't know if there's ever an actual.
I don't know. For some reason, Bluebeard sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I guess it wasn't as scary as Blackbeard or all the other ones.
Of course, Bluebeard could have been in a cartoon or something. Who knows? That's why it sounds familiar.
Yeah. It's like I've heard. I don't know. I wish I'd express it.
But we're gonna have to pierce his ear too. We're gripping all hoop in his ear. Train one of the chicks to sit on his shoulder.
I remember next time we were in Bath, to show where one of the houses that supposedly where Blackbeard stayed when he was there.
Oh, that's right. Blackbeard did stay there around there, didn't he?
Bluebeard is a 1992 and 2017 film.
Thought there was a Bluebeard.
Interesting.
I noticed he didn't say anything negative about piercing his ear.
No, it is a maybe. Oh. No piercing. You do a clip-on. We can do a clip-on.
I pierced mine in middle school.
Have had mine pierced, and but because I have a allergic to, or have an allergy to zinc in most in metal, so unless it's like sterling silver, there's no. I might could wear them for a few. Probably the most I could wear like everyday earrings maybe in an hour before it starts. I can like start feeling the like itching and irritation.
Yeah, my mom and sister were the same. My mom was the same way. It was either 14 karat gold, sterling silver, or the plastic ones.
Mm-hmm.
No cheapies.
Oh nope. And that's even like when I wear jeans, like on the where they have like either the clasp or where they do all the little facets for doing the pockets and stuff. I wear a I'll wear a like tank top or something just to have a barrier between that and my skin. Because there's been times before. First, it was like one of my doctors were like, "What is that?" And that's before really how much of a allergic reaction. I had like little black spots where everyone was at. Hello.
Hello, folks. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Hey, Great Farmer.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Very good, man. I seen you guys on. I want to listen. I want to hear what you're talking about. So I ran down here as quick as I could.
We're talking about this, that, and everything else.
Yeah, talking about a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Just chatting. Time to figure out if I'm cooking or if Backlash is cooking tomorrow.
Oh, how's the fish? You guys got lots of fish. I'd be those skates. I was getting hungry watching him fish.
That was his fishing. I was at a women's conference, actually in the same area, but yeah, who was doing the fishing?
Yeah, that was a great. I liked watching that. I don't get out enough fishing, but I'm going to because of you guys this year. So I got all the gear. We haven't been motivated to do so. But again, watching all you guys and watching your guys' stuff, I've got a little bit of a, like I said, a hunger to do it now. And watching Backlash catch those skates. I remember having skates years ago with my grandfather, and man, they were the best, tastiest things I ever ate.
There you go.
Just like scallop.
Yep, it's like the poor man's scallop.
Yeah, but yeah, great eating, definitely.
Yeah.
Where's he today?
He's home. He's actually he's laying down. He had a early morning drive to a location out of state, and so he's laying down resting. Yeah,
he drives quite a bit. It seems like. Yeah.
But so far, lucky is the company's vehicle and the gas, and so we'll roll with it.
Yeah. Where's all the kitties at? They're all in bed now already.
Yeah. Today, spring break's over, so it's back to.
Yeah. Yeah, it was for us today. My son had an awful hard time getting out of bed this morning.
Panda has no problem getting up. This is going to bed.
Okay.
A little earlier than normal.
So do you guys have much fishing spots around your home? Like, you guys have many creeks or water flows around?
We do have somewhat access to 2 rivers. Or yeah, actually, yeah, Tar River, Roanoke River, and Pamlico River at different points along the rivers. We got those 3 rivers we can get to. We have 1 private pond that we're allowed to fish at.
Okay.
And
So lots of food. Anyways, good food too.
we got spots as long as we have something that will be willing to bite the hook, I guess.
Does the kiddies like fish?
She does.
Yeah. You only have the one kid?
We only have
One child?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
You, Gray Wolf, how many kids you got, bud?
I got 3 boys,
Oh.
25,
Oh.
19, and 14, and I have a 4-year-old, or excuse me, 27, 19, and 14, and I have my granddaughter just turned 4 yesterday.
No, sweet. So you're a grandpa.
Yes, I am.
Good for you.
And my granddaughter loves fishing. She's got her own fishing poles and tackle box.
And they're, I got 2 older boys and 1 13-year-old guy. I got a 27, 26, and a 13-year-old. And yeah, the minute you get the poles out, we had when I worked for the government back when I was working, we had a lodge. The college actually owned a lodge, and I was able to use it. And it had a big pond, and the fisheries used to go out there and fill it with fish every year for the kids to do a fish derby.
Oh, wow.
So I used to just take my little fellas out, and we would just go and fish the pond, and always guaranteed to catch something. Every time you put the hook in, you caught something because the fisheries kept it so stocked.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw your youngest there in the video you did when you were doing the frames for the posters.
Yeah, that's my little guy. That's my youngest guy. That's Grayson.
And that was a good idea. I like that idea for the posters.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, man, one thing that, I was a big poster guy when I was a kid, and I wished I would have known what I found out and what I done back then, because a lot of the posters that I had back as a kid, if I had them today, would be worth a few dollars, and they'd be worth putting back up on the wall. So this idea here, it's even your pictures, any pictures that your kids have, or anything that you like, even certificates or frame, stuff like that. If you do this, it's so easy to do, and it just I found that your posters last forever. They never get torn. They never get ripped, right? Because we were having that issue down here in the game room. Was any posters we had up, the young men down here teasing each other and jumping around and banging off the walls. Eventually they'd get torn down. So we came up with this idea and tried it, and yeah, every parent should do it.
Mm-hmm.
But so did you guys just start?
Oh, I've been 54 minutes now.
Holy cow. I want you guys to come to my live stream on the March 21st. It's my very first one, my very first time ever trying it. Again, I'm not tech savvy. I'm not I'm not even close to it, but I'm going to give it a whirl. Me and my young fella, he's going to be the cameraman and the lighting pro, and we're gonna try it, and I'd like everybody that's within my circle that I know to just kind of watch it, and even if you don't participate, just watch it and give me some good comments at the end of what I should do and shouldn't.
All right.
And I take constructive criticism perfectly. I've taken it so much over my life, I've gotten used to it. So any comments, no bad. There's no bad comments, is what I'm trying to say. Unless they're swearing.
Yeah, once you get up here and just kind of get your feel for it, and then they'll smooth sailing.
Well, I
from
see
there.
you guys doing it, and I'm like, those guys, they've got the professional gear. It seems like you guys have the professional gear. And I'm like, and I see some using just a phone, and I'm like, you know what? If they can do it, I should be able to do it. Right.
My first time I used a phone. Now I got a laptop, and that. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's what probably. Well, what we're going to use is because I'm going to try to live stream on a couple platforms like Twitch, Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it on YouTube yet for some reason. I think you got to have so many subscribers or something. Is it not?
You got to have
Like
50 subs.
50.
Oh, is that it? I got 50.
Yeah.
I got 50.
And you got to set it up on YouTube, and it takes 24 hours after you set everything up on YouTube to be able to do your live stream.
Okay, I'll have to check into that because I wasn't sure, and then I was like, these guys got all kinds of subscribers. I probably need like 500 to even try, right? Because I'd rather interact with people than like I enjoy doing the videos. Like I say, the videos in the channel, it's the Journey for Life part of my channel has given me a confidence, has gotten me outside, which I haven't done in a long while. I've been retired now for a couple of years, and I just didn't want to move. I was kind of upset about having to retire and having to, seclude myself somewhat. So I kind of burrowed under that rock and stayed there for a while. And then I started watching all you guys, and I was like, these guys are getting out and doing stuff, and they've got these great channels, and, and I used to train people at one time, and I was like, you know what? I'm good at talking in groups. As long as they're in front of me, I got to learn how to talk to groups doing tech. Yeah. So I've seen you guys doing it, and I started doing it. I love it. I'm absolutely addicted. Absolutely.
Now, as far as I know, the YouTube side, you can't have anybody up on panel. They're talking about changing that. But StreamYard, once you get set up with StreamYard, have up to, for the free version of StreamYard, you can have up to 6 people.
Oh, nice.
Up here on a panel like this.
Yeah, I like this because then I interact with you people. I know, you look at these. I look at these YouTube channels, and I'm like, they'll never talk to me. They'll never talk to me. And then, I got on Backlashes, and I got on Zombies, and then on yours, Coastal, and I was like, geez, these people are opened up. They're the people I kind of want to be around. I want to surround myself with and get good. Like I say, everything I'm doing on here, I'm learning something new every day. If it's not from a comment from a viewer that's saying, my real name is Shane. They're saying, Shane, do this, do that, do this, do that. And, and it's worked and things have gotten better since. Right. So you guys, you're absolutely great. I love every point of this.
When you do set yours up, do not set it up as kid friendly. Set it up.
No, I learned that one right off the bat, actually, Grey Wolf.
Your videos will not be able to have comments.
Yeah, I learned that one. At first I wanted to, I didn't want.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Yeah, and then
Well,
you have those moments.
He is in the Great White North, so
Yeah,
There
he's
you
got
go.
his own. He's got his own style of platform, and I, I didn't want to get. I didn't want to get that grueling. I didn't want to have, I don't feel comfortable swearing. I don't feel comfortable, putting anybody down or doing any of that. I mean, we're all human beings. We're all here. We all have skin on our bodies, and it's not going to change. So I wanted to keep it friendly. Like, so the first few videos I did have the, for kids only, right?
Mhm.
And then I started learning that, you're not, if you have that up, you're not a kid, I'm not a kid channel. I'm not showing Disney stuff or things like that. I'm actually using a platform to get a message across. So I was told that, you should put that other say now, like I'm getting views, I'm getting, I'm up to 53 subs. I'm quite happy with that. I don't know any of them. None of them are family. I haven't told my family I've done this yet, other than my immediate family, my wife and my son. But my mom and all that, I'm a little, my mom, I don't know. I'm going to get her on. I'm going to try to get her on, but I don't know. I don't know how I grew up with a single mom, so she's very strong woman, and she would tell me how to get there quick. So I got to tread lightly there.
Yeah, we're hoping to also get because we do have a family channel, and hopefully eventually we can do more because we want to do like family trips and family outings stuff on that channel. So we want to hopefully between me and Batlash can get that one kind of jump started.
Well, I don't know how you guys do it. You guys with multiple channels, because I have one channel, and again, I'm not tech savvy. My thumbs are as big as the phone is, really.
Hey, Wendy.
And I'm fumbling, and things are falling all over the place. And I'm trying to make sure I talk to everybody that comments back or turns around and says anything back to me. I want to converse with them. I want to thank them for, even looking at what I'm doing here. But you guys with multiple channels, I don't know how you do it, because I'm run ragged now, and I've only got a little baby channel.
Right now I only have one channel, and sometimes I struggle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I can't. And do you have multiple channels, Grey Wolf?
No, I only have one.
Oh, really? Okay, good. Yep. then we're rowing the same boat. I feel better.
Hey, Miss Suey, just saw you come in.
Miss Suey, how you doing, honey?
Hello.
Just like this weekend, I got a new what my YouTube book is, and like tonight, I did the title to tonight, and then who's been coming in, just so I can have another like record of who's coming in, make sure I am thanking them and whatnot. So it's just like another visual record.
Yeah, I've been doing that too, writing on paper, and actually putting down like people that's joined or something that I've got something from.
Especially when you know the ones that will constantly come in our circle.
Yeah, I'm able to. Yeah, and thank everybody for the support. Again, I don't need to do this for money. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for the family. I'm doing it for, if somebody can get something from me that's smart, or that's, that I can give as information or trades of some sort that they can use. And that's the, and again, I was a very shy guy. I didn't like a lot of people, even though I worked at a college. I I wasn't, students and stuff. I just, I wasn't fond of large crowds. I was a quiet guy, shy guy, did my work and did what I had to do and went home. And over time, like doing this, I've come out of my shell quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely you call it introvert. There's like certain people I would talk to, interact with, go do whatever I had to do work-wise, come back home, and that was it. I didn't like huge crowds and stuff, so this is definitely has helped.
Oh, definitely. A big confidence booster. Like I even thanked YouTube. I don't know if that's cheeky or not, but I even thanked YouTube on one of my videos because I said, other than this YouTube thing, I would be at home basically doing, just just not even doing anything, right? Retirement's a great thing for many people if they're ready to retire, but some of us weren't ready. But
well,
had to retire.
If it wasn't for Big Matt, I wouldn't be up here right now doing what I'm doing because I had stage fright. And all of a sudden, Big Matt told me to get up on panel where we're at right now. One night I got up on panel, and all of a sudden, about 2 months later, I did my own live.
Yep.
Same road I'm following, Grey Wolf. Yep. It was actually I don't know if it was you or Big Matt that had I was listening to Backlash's live stream one time here, a couple of them here. I watch all of them, but it was a few back. And either you or Big Matt had told Backlash, do some more videos, throw some more videos up. And it was right around where he was jumping from that 400 to 500.
It was Big Matt told Backlash.
Yeah, and he put up a couple more videos, and he was way up over 500, right? And I took that as good information for me too. Like, do a video, and right now here, like I said, on my property, I got so much stuff that I'm going to utilize. Like fruits and vegetables and stuff that we have, wild fruits and stuff that we have on the property, orchards and stuff.
Thank you, Mr. Brandon. Oh, Brittle
We're
Bob.
going to. Hello.
Oh.
It's like I wasn't hardly any subs, and then all of a sudden, Big Matt told me to start putting content out.
Yeah.
So I did a couple short videos and that. All of a sudden, I started getting subs. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute here. So I started putting more and more and more.
Yeah, and that's the key to it.
I'm almost up to 140.
Yeah, that's great. Like everybody that's come into mine, I was like, there's no reason for these people to be here. I've done content, but I'm not doing it nowhere near what the big guys are doing it.
Okay, that's definitely a new one.
Yeah.
Adventures of Alfie.
Adventures of Alfie. Yeah.
Hmm?
Catchy name.
Huh.
And a great little puppy dog too. I'm a big animal fan. Yeah. We got a sick little puppy with us today here at our house.
Aww.
Yeah, it started yesterday and she's not very good and she's old and we're just babying her right now and hoping that things turn around. But like I said, she's older and we got her secondhand. She was 5 when we got her and she came from a really bad place. So we think that a lot of the problems that she's having now was the cause of what she went through as a puppy. And she was, when I had retired from work and I was in a really depressed, terrible part of my life, actually. My wife, I had a dog before her, before this little one. And when she died, I was so heartbroken. I said, never again am I getting another dog. Like never again. It's just, it's comparable to, losing a loved one. And I said no. And then one day my wife, she turned around and come home with Lily. Lily's only maybe 2 pounds. She's one of those little Shih Tzu, little tiny lappy dogs. And the wife put her in the kitchen on the floor and said, "Shane, come here." And I came into the room and I looked down and I was like, oh my God. And I fell in love the minute. And I said, yeah, she's got to live with us. And the dog never left my side. She knew I was going through a bad time. She knew I was depressed. I was having a really tough time with dealing with what I was dealing with. And she wouldn't leave me. She wouldn't leave my side. She kept me comfort, made me laugh. And animals are great. Absolutely. Yeah.
What is that one?
Big Mac's a big guy, is he not? I watched his video yesterday when he was fishing off the bank, and I went, no wonder he calls himself Big Mac. What a great big man. I'm a big guy, but holy mackerel, he would shadow me.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a big guy. Big guy.
Yep, 6'9".
Is he really?
Yep.
Yes.
Holy Lord. 6'9". You imagine?
I think I've got. Let's see. Hope everyone's still doing good in the chats. In the chats.
Chats? How many chats you got down there, sis?
Let's. Oh, everyone's taller than me. Retro. And she's 5 foot. Yeah, everybody's taller than me too. Tiny Tim Posey is 6'6".
Yep, he's 6'6", and
Holy
Tiny Tim wears a size 17 shoe.
Oh.
Wow.
What's in the water down there in the States? Because we don't got it here in Canada. I want some.
I'm 5'9.5", and I wear a size 11.5 shoe.
Yeah, see, I'm 5'7". I'm a short little fat guy.
My oldest son is 6 foot, and he wears a size 13 shoe.
Oh my
14-year-old, when he gets to be 27, my 27-year-old that's 27 now is going to look up to my youngest.
That's usually the way it goes, is not. It's always, the little guy always shines through, or the turtle always wins the race. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be the way it is with my guys. Is that they'll take their mother's genes. Her family's all tall. On my 2 oldest boys, her family were all tall, so they'll end up being, well, they are big guys. But my Grayson here, I think he's more on my side. So I think he's going to be just like his dad, short and stocky. And
well, that's like my 4-year-old granddaughter. She's about almost as tall as a 5-year-old because of her dad is 6 foot tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I have a feeling that Panda's going to be tall, which is a good thing.
Well, Backlash is tall.
Yes, he is.
Is he tall too?
Is 6.
Is Backlash a tall man? Is he?
He's
6. How tall?
I thought he said 6'1".
Backlash?
6'1", 6. I know he's at least a foot taller than me.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because you don't get that on the camera. Like, you can't see that really when they're walking around vlogging, or you can't really tell how tall people are. But And like Big Matt, I knew Big Matt was Big Matt, like because I knew he was a big man. But when I watched his video when he was fishing off the shore, I was like, that guy is massive. Like he's huge.
See a picture of Big Man on a horse.
I think the horse would get on Big Matt. Like he's big man. All you guys, like I said, there's got to be something in the water down there that we don't get up here in Canada. So,
Big Matt's in Texas. You know what they say about Texas?
Okay, that makes sense right there. That makes total sense. Total sense now. That's one. The one thing that I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on firearms and shit and stuff like that, but here in Canada, you have anything near, if you don't have licenses and permits out your butt, you're really in a lot of trouble. And I'd like your guys' is it your First Amendment or Second Amendment right?
Second Amendment.
Second Amendment.
Second Amendment.
Yeah. And it's such a great law. Such a great law.
We have a thing down here. The second protects the first protects, or the second protects the first.
Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
The Second Amendment protects the First Amendment, which is the freedom of speech.
Exactly. And and I don't know why it's such anybody that I've heard down in the States that uses their Second Amendment right, they use it respectfully.
Holy cow, Bob.
411.
Do you have to put her on a phone book to kiss her?
Oh, goodness.
Minister Brandon.
Perfect. Absolutely. Look at that.
That's Minister Brandon and the famous Curly.
Okay.
I don't know if you could tell which one's which.
Well, I think it's the guy on the left. he looks way cooler than the guy on the right. Yeah.
One is famous.
Now, is that handmade? Did he make that, or did he buy it that way? Because
you can buy them that way.
Okay.
He uses it for youth ministry and stuff.
Yeah. Great tool. Absolutely.
The church we were former members at, we did puppet ministry.
Oh, nice. And probably every kid loved it, which is the whole point of it, I imagine.
And we asked, because
I bet you the big kids loved it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
We when we attended, we have in our denomination something called oh Lord, crap. It's like kind of like a talent show type competition where you can do music and arts, and they have like a proper name to it. And we used the puppets, but it wasn't really a definite category it could have went into. I'm like, well, nothing else we can showcase, so maybe they can create a new category in the future. And actually, puppet, I think they put it in it's like artistic or puppetry was like a new title, because they had everything from dance to music, interpretive dance, miming. So, and then now puppet, or that became a new category.
Sounds like fun.
Anything to reach. Like, my 13-year-old boy, when the sickness hit the earth here, and I was so scared for his social aspect of it. 13, think about it, back, when you guys were young and 13 years old and in school at the time, you're getting interested in other things, and having a mask on your face just, kind of, you didn't know who you were talking to, or you didn't have no facial, when you were talking to somebody, if they, and you couldn't do that. And it just hit the social, like here in Canada anyways, in my young fella's school and different areas of school and stuff like that. It was really hitting the kids hard. Like, a lot of depression. I seen a lot of depression, even in my little guy. He was suffering from it, and, we had to change things and make sure he was all right, and, to get him help and stuff during that. This is still Nova Scotia, Canada here. We get the hardest penalties put on us because we have really poor politicians, and people that's not in it for the people. They're in it to fill their pockets and get out when they can, and do half of what we have to do to get a pension. They only have to do half, and they get a full government pension, and they're laughing to the bank, right? And See,
I know what it's like to be scared at the age of 14.
I think the Cold War. Yeah, I think everybody should have to put their time in. I've spent 20 years in the system before I retired, and again, it was a retirement that I didn't enjoy. Being retired, but now I'm coming out of it again, back to this YouTube.
All right.
I'm coming out. Things are going great. I thought it was going to be worse with all this stuff going on, and I've mentioned on videos in the past that I've had so many experiences over my life across the country here of Canada, and met so many different people, and gotten so much information from so many people that, I kind of knew this stuff was going to happen. And you guys are I'm religious as well. I do believe in a higher power, but I was such a big believer of Revelations, on the point that what I was told when I was 20 years old from people about the signs and the things that are going to happen in Revelations when things are supposed to come back. It's actually happening. There's so many signs that are, you look at the news and it's just one after, and it's kind of spooky for me. It's back when back when I was 20 years old, and I actually researched it, and me and my wife, we gone through the Bible over and over, and actually studied it. Didn't just read it, studied it. And ended up finding out that, with this stuff happening, it's kind of like a prophet. The people that I talked to and had the great honor of knowing actually were prophets in my eyes, because they told me this stuff was going to happen way back when, and they even kind of gave me a time frame of, and they told me too. They said, Shane, you know what? We have a feeling you're going to live through this. You're going to be one of those people that live through this. You and your family, or whoever you're surrounded, you're gonna end up living through this. And I'm here, and and I see the stuff that's going on, and it's terrible stuff. I don't talk about it much on my channel because I just don't want that karma around me. I want everything to be joyful and learning, and meeting new people. Like I've said too, we may need to recolonize, and I would like to have a whole bunch of people like you people and your subscribers and my subscribers, and people that even people that come in and comment. I want to have those people in my corner, so that when stuff hits the fan, I can turn around and go, hey, Coastal, what do you do here for preserving, or what do you do here, or how do you do this, or Backlash or Gray Wolf or Big Matt or anybody in my circle I can turn to for advice or help or something, and in turn we'll do the same. I mean, we've been doing it for a long time already as a family. We've been helping out a lot of people, and preppers. We're big time preppers. We've been doing it. Again, it goes back to what I was told when I was 20 years old, back knowing this, this stuff's going to happen. I really got on the boat and really started prepping and started making sure that, things are going to get bad here in a little bit. And I'd like to be ready for it, or be somewhat in tune with what's going on, so that I can ready myself and my friends and people that are in my circle.
Right.
I'm 53 years old, and I've been prepping since I was 10.
Yeah. See, what I find different about you people in the States and Canadians is you guys are way bigger preppers than Canadians are. I don't know what it is. I love my country. I love my Canadians, but it's like the States, just all you people. It's just like if anybody was going to grow a third arm, it would be you guys. And, and you guys are always ahead of the game. I watch so many channels that like prepping channels, homesteading channels, and I see them and I'm like, man, I thought I was ahead of the game. And I watch Zombie, I watch Zombie Prepper.
Oh, Zombie's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm like, I'm not done. I'm not even close to being done. Look at what that guy's doing, and the same as you guys, having skills. I like the skills part about it. Like fishing, with Backlash there, when he was fishing, every time he threw that hook in, he was grabbing something. And I was like, if I go to a regular, like if I don't go to a stocked pond, like I used to go at the lodge, if I go to a regular, I have a tough time, and I'm doing everything everybody else does. And I got the nice rod, and I got the nice fishing tackle, and and I usually buy all brand new stuff, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to catch a fish every single time. And for me, it's hard. So watching Backlash and stuff like that, and him showing us what he's using, I'm taking that all. And the best thing about YouTube is if I want to go back, I can go back and look at the video again, and watch what he does, or watch what you guys are doing, so that I can turn around and then I'll be fine.
Well, that's the nice thing about if we ever have to colonize, each person can bring their own skill set.
Exactly.
It's like I fish, I hunt, I'm a pastor, I'm a firefighter, I'm an EMT. I'm in carpentry.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff. And Zombie, he's a pastor.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that.
Well, no, and that's do you tell that on your channel, Gray Wolf? Do you tell them that you're also, like, you're medically trained and that you're a pastor? You give good faith? Yeah. Okay.
As a matter of fact, you can see my name right there. It says Pastor Gray Wolf Outdoors.
Yeah, I did know you were a pastor. I did know that, and I do follow you. I just, there's so many people I watch so much, and then I'll go, hey, I'll go watch this guy, and I go watch this guy, and then I'll be like, and then my phone will bing. My phone keeps binging like crazy. My phone was a quiet phone until I joined YouTube. and now all night long it's ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, and I got to answer it. It's, because I want to hear from these, and I want to hear from these people. And I'm not like that. If the phone rang before I started YouTube 2 weeks ago, if the phone rang, I would look at it. And if I didn't know the number, I didn't answer it. I didn't even, if it was my wife, and usually I only had 3 people that called me that needed anything up until now. And now, like I said, I'm to the point now, I got all these great people that have great stuff, and they're doing great stuff on YouTube that every time it bings, it wakes me, and I actually got to put my glasses on and turn the lamp on and disturb my wife and turn the phone on and see what's going on.
And there's another firefighter in our circle. Backlash.
Yeah, those. Oh yeah, I figured he was. I figured he was some sort of either a volunteer firefighter or.
Yep.
Yeah, he's volunteer. Actually, my I have lots in my family. My brother-in-law, 2 nephews, and my sister. She helps with the keeping up with the minutes, like secretary type work. So it's in the family.
I'm second generation. My son is third generation. I'm the fire FD chaplain. I'm the fire department chaplain in our department.
Okay. Yeah. See, those are trades that you know. I was a volunteer fireman when I was in British Columbia, but I only did it for my first car wreck, and after my first car wreck, that I ended up I actually drove the water truck. They gave me I joined fresh, and I was young, and they were like, and I was a heavy equipment operator, so they were like, Shane, we're gonna make you drive the water truck. And I was like, hey man, anything with lights and sirens, I'm game. Give it to me. I've been wanting to do this since I was 5. Right, and be able to do it on the road too, right, amongst public, and have cars pull over, and But my first car wreck, it was a prom night in the communities that I worked at, like I was at, and it was a prom night, and there was a car, a little Toyota Tercel with 7 people in it, grown kids, rolled over down the median of the highway. And they were all intoxicated, and that was the first actual call that I ever got. And I went to it, and the stuff that I don't know if I was, if it wasn't me being prepared enough, because I can take a lot of stuff, I can stomach a lot of stuff, but going through that and the amount of people that were showing up, family members that were showing up, screaming and hollering about, it was their kids in this car, right? And there was a couple of them that was ejected from the car because there were 7 people in a Toyota Tercel. I mean, 7 grown people, the way the car would have been just so on balance. No wonder it flipped 7 times down the ditch. And all I was there to do was to hold the hose, and if I seen any flashes or any fire, to hit it.
Yeah.
But I had seen that whole night. I had spent the whole night there. And then we were doing searches, like the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and our fire department all, got in a line and followed the trail debris and picked all the pieces up from this vehicle. And, some of the pieces that I were finding, and pictures and wallets and stuff like that. I just, it really got to me. And I talked to them, and I said, you know what? I said, I don't know. And where we lived in the BC interior, we lived in the Fraser Valley, which is basically, there's a lot of traffic through there.
Hey,
and there,
chat.
And the amount of calls that this fire department got because they were the only fire department in between 2 major places, was just unreal. And I said, you know what? I don't think I'm cut. And supported them in other ways, but in fundraisings and stuff like that. But that first one was, so I thank all the guys, volunteer or paid firemen or EMTs or first responders. I can't say enough thanks to people like you guys. Definitely.
Well, I'm sorry that you had to get thrown into it like that.
Yeah.
It's sad that you had to get thrown in like that. I mean, a lot of times it'd be nice if you were able to be eased into it, but.
Well, I had done a little bit of training, and up to that, like I didn't have any extrication techniques or anything learned yet. I was brand new. I just wanted to do something for the fire department.
Yeah.
When I joined it, and and like I said, within 2 weeks, that was the first call that we were called to, and there was, and I seen EMTs and firemen actually, you know, doing compressions on a chest. And for anybody that doesn't know, when any first responder is doing CPR to a body, it looks violent. It doesn't look easy peasy like they teach you. Like I'm trained too with medical, with you know, with resuscitation and stuff like that. I've been trained just, you know, just little tiny courses that I had to do for the work I did at the college, you know. But when you actually see EMTs and fire personnel that actually have the you know, it scared the pants off me, because it looked so violent. It looked like they were just going to push their hands through this person, but this person was dead, and they actually brought her back, actually. And that was part of the story too that really stuck with me. Was I was watching these guys, and it was just a little tiny girl, like a young woman, and you know, these guys were just going, and things were flying, and you know, and bandages were coming out, and they were calling for this and calling for that, and there was such a chaos. I know it was shocking. And then to find out that, you know, what they did, you know, save that woman's life. Like she, you know, she ended up having to go through a lot of rehabilitation, but you know, she survived because of this EMT and this fireman. And, you know, and like I said, there was a couple that didn't, which was as well shocking for me too, because, you know, I didn't want to see it. I was like, okay, you know, I heard through the guys talking, and the Mounties would come up and talk, ask questions. And I would be like, you know, that instance, I said, you know, did they all survive? And no, 2 died, the driver and one of the back passengers that got, you know, died. And then, you know, when we did our debris field, the RCMP was still reenacting the accident to get all their P's and Q's together. So everything was kind of left, right, for a little bit before the bodies and stuff were removed. Things were there for a little bit. And I actually, you know, that's, you know, I actually seen it as well. And when you see a dead body, it gives you a little tingle. I don't know if it's a soul leaving the body and still there or what it is, but you can still feel a presence, even though they're not there. You can still feel something in your body, right? It gives you a chill
Have a good night, Brutal Bob.
Hey, Brutal Bob, have a good night.
Yeah, Bob. Thanks, buddy.
You're
but anyway, yeah,
I'll be back.
It was a good learning experience, put it that way.
Mm-hmm. To kind of tie in with the whole rescue, fire, EMT aspect of things, I've been looking at taking courses for the chaplain, emergency chaplain for this area.
Okay.
So I've got to see what the class is going to be and taking that, because
now you'll be dealing with family members, would you not? A lot of family members.
Probably more either the actual person that's doing the service and probably some family members.
Yeah, yeah, that would be hard. That's noble, very noble.
And because which I need to get back into taking psychology classes, and I got to get back into. I try to do like 1 or 2 courses every semester and stuff. So it might take me a little bit, but I'll get there.
Yeah, well, see, and having the drive to do it alone, like being able to, you know, console people and help people spiritually in times like that. Like I can only and that was another thing that kind of hit me about that whole situation was, you know, the family. And this was prom night. Like this was prom night. This was, you know, all the parents at one point had pictures and this is what went through my mind as I was doing this was, you know, there were so many parents that took pictures of these kids just before this happened, and their fancy dresses and their, and now, this has happened, and, it was supposed to be a beautiful night for everybody, ended up being a real tragedy.
Because something similar, but we had a app around past Christmas. Our fire department was in the process of having like a Christmas dinner thing for all the service people and their spouses, and usually we'll get like the neighboring fire departments just to kind of cover us in case of an emergency.
Yeah.
So it just so happens this not only were we trying to have our little Christmas dinner or whatnot, one of our backups was having theirs, and of course we had been hit and miss and trying to schedule one. We were like, you know what, we'll have it if something comes up. No.
Yeah.
All the firemen will be running away.
Yep. We'll deal with it. Yep.
Yep. And just so happens like 5 minutes before everybody was supposed to be coming in, getting settled in, fire whistle goes off. And it was just right outside of town. Unfortunately, it was a head-on collision of a drunk driver hitting a family vehicle.
God.
And we're just like, that is like one of my irritating, or just if I had to have something I dislike, or I know I'm not supposed to hate anything, but it's a drunk driver. I'm like, you just couldn't.
Yeah. Couldn't wait.
And,
I feel the same way. I don't know if my heart's hardened that much, but I believe if anybody puts themselves in a situation where they know they were doing wrong and then did wrong, the whole point of it was they knew they were doing wrong from the beginning.
Yep.
And it's not that I hate them. I don't hate anybody. But
I hate their actions.
Yeah, I guess like
exactly.
The consequences.
Exactly.
There was some lives lost during that. I'm just like, and no matter the age, because one was a young girl and an older person, but still, I'm like, that's like lives that were not meant to leave this shit.
No, not at all. Not at all. They weren't meant to leave. And that's the thing with, everybody says, oh, well, it's an accident and God, again, God meant for them to come. I think of that as a lot of the time, especially if it's if it's malice, drinking your face off and then getting behind the wheel, what you're not supposed to do. It's pretty well global that you're not supposed to do those kind of things, because these other things will happen. And we've all gone through it in school. We've all seen the videos and all that. But, when that kind of happens and I don't have empathy for people. Same as murder, same thing. I mean, nobody was meant to get shot or killed or get in a car wreck and killed. When that family left in their vehicle, they weren't expecting to, we're going to have a head-on collision. Maybe I should hug the shoulder a little more. Like people don't think that way. Right. And they don't, and nobody gets, some do, some don't get that intuition that something bad's going to happen. Some people do get that. And I do believe that there's something else involved there that's telling, I've had a lot of those situations where I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do that because I don't feel comfortable doing that. And something bad has happened. It's, I've lived a life of really, really crazy coincidences. Through my channel, I'll explain more later on, but, I've had a lot of really crazy coincidences that happened, and things prior to that made me change paths or do different things to not get involved in it. And it's, and I call it karma. I do call it karma. I believe in karma. I very much so believe in karma.
Yeah.
Now, how big's your guys' volunteer fire departments? Ours down here in Canada, I mean, they're like 2 or 3 trucks and that's it. We don't really have a lot of gear with our volunteer fire departments because a lot of them are fundraised to get equipment. And you, Grey Wolf, probably in yours, Coastal, know that you know, I don't know what a fully decked out fire truck would cost, but I'm sure it's in the, if not millions of dollars.
They can be. They are not cheap.
No.
Let's see. I know one if not 2 of ours have been what you call donated from another fire department, which we're in our area. We are blessed that we can other departments help others, and we were able to because the bigger fire, because us being volunteer, there's some there's paid and or bigger than us that we can kind of get what you call the hand-me-downs and be able to restore it some more the way we can get, or they can get some more use out of it. And like this past year they all got new I know there's a proper name to them, but the air tanks.
SCBA.
So they all got brand new ones for us, and there might have been 10 that was still usable because I think they had expiration on it, was still can be used. So those few were donated to a smaller than us fire department. So we have a good working community. But yes, trucks and
that's like a lot of ours. A lot of ours down here still run 1978 GMC fire trucks. A lot of our volunteer, you know, like they have no miles on them, like, and they're kept up to it, like, you know, they're kept up like you wouldn't believe. Like there's not a thing wrong with them, and they got low kilometers, or we do kilometers. They got low kilometers in them. So they're great rigs, but they're just it's so weird. We go to our volunteer fire departments and we see all this old gear, but we go to our city fire department and they got a 100-foot ladder truck or whatever that's, you know, $1.5 million, and it's brand new. It's like 2 years old. And then even all their other vehicles, like the city fire departments especially, and I know they're funded through the government and stuff, but they, you know, they've got all this brand new gear that, you know, and I always wondered too about that brand new gear, because the stuff that they replaced it with probably wasn't that old, especially with the big city fire departments. Like, you know, they rotate their stuff quite often, same as the police departments. And, you know, I always wondered, where does that stuff go? Why couldn't they just give that to the guy down in the volunteer fire department with 2 fire trucks down the road? Why couldn't they just give that to them? You know, but I don't know where they go, if they go to an auction or what happens to them.
I think as long as it's still, because everything has a certain amount of date on certain equipment that is safe to use, it can be donated, or another department can pick it up. And
like
I guess
the turnout gear, like jackets and pants and helmets and stuff, that has an expiration date. Apparatus like the trucks and that, a lot of people, a lot of the, you know, areas say there's an expiration date, but as long as it's still viable and able to be used, can be functionable. That's like my department. We got 2 ambulances that we bought used. We have a pumper that we bought used years ago. We just got done buying, it's called a pumper tanker, which is, it hauls more water than the pumper, and we paid $5,000 for it from a fire department up near Boston. And we just got done redoing that. We have a brush truck for brush fires, and we have a tanker, and we also have a Chevy Suburban that we use for as a first responder unit, if both ambulances are out on calls and we get another call, we can go and take care of the patient and call in for another ambulance agency to come in and take the patient to the hospital. But all our units are hand-me-downs.
Yeah. Yeah, but completely usable though. Yeah.
Yep.
Cause again, the price of an ambulance alone would be astronomical. And to load it up with all the gear is even crazier. Cause that stuff's not cheap.
We just went and got not a brand new, but refurbished gurney that is battery operated, so we don't have to worry about raising the wheels and that by hand. Because there's some of our EMTs in that have bad backs and stuff, so they, we went and paid I think $10,000 to buy a used refurbished one.
Yeah. And see, that's basically a bed on wheels, is it not, Grey Wolf?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. With electric assist on it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we get government funded. We get tax dollars and stuff like that, but 95% of our money is fundraiser. We do a gun raffle. Every year we do a gun raffle. That's most of our money.
Yeah, I wish Canada would do stuff like that.
We do every Sunday morning, we do a breakfast.
Yeah.
All you can eat breakfast. People come in and they spend, I think it's $6 a person for breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we do have a lot of our volunteer fire departments do fundraisers and do stuff like that too, or they'll have a yard sale and stuff like that, or they'll have a lot of them use their fire halls for community work.
Yep.
Like
we run out
community hall, community hall and stuff, and they'll like, you can rent the fire hall for weddings and things like that, and that money goes directly into the fire hall. Like, it goes into either building the fire hall or getting getting the gear that they need and the stuff that they need to stay on. They do get some tax dollars too, some of ours, but nowhere's near, like the government, the city funded fire departments.
And we also do chicken barbecues.
Yeah, the barbecues and
the famous fire department chicken barbecues that all fire departments do.
Yep.
Yeah, and see, that's doing a whole bunch of things at once. It's getting the community together.
Mm-hmm.
It's so everybody gets to know everybody else. It's for a good cause. It's helping out. It's great for the kids. The kids, we've taken Grace and my son to many of those. The police departments will do it. The RCMP, the city cops will do it. They'll have a fundraiser where they'll, have their police cars and their ambulances and their fire trucks out, and they'll have, you can go up the ladder so far with a fireman with the kids, and and it gets them out, and it gets the kids excited, and and gives a lot of the kids, maybe I want to be a policeman, maybe I want to be a fireman, because the worst thing that's happened in the last 10 years or last 5 years really in both our countries is nobody wants to be a cop anymore. Nobody wants to be a fireman anymore with all the tragedies that's happened and all the stuff that's gone on with the hatred. Nobody wants to do those professions anymore. I know for one, I have a friend that's a Mountie, and he said that, their school, their Mountie school that you got to go to first to become a Mountie, the tuition's down so much. Like the students, the numbers are down so much that they don't even have enough officers to fill attrition with people retiring. All the officers that are retiring, they don't have enough people to put into those positions because nobody wants to be a cop. Nobody wants to be a fireman. Nobody wants to do anything really that wants to help because they got so beat up over this last little while.
Hello, Jello.
Hey, Jello. I mean, our department even does a Polish picnic where we serve glumpkies and pierogies, and we get a Polish polka band and stuff like that, and it's in October and stuff, and we have a blast.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the times that I've gone to those fundraisers, any of them, I had a blast. And again, I'm not a guy that likes to get out too much, but those events I always did. It was for my kid anyway. I always went because of him and my wife. And seeing that all these people, I loved going. At the end of the day, the wife would turn and say, "Did you have a good time?" And I'd say, "Yeah, I had an awesome time today." I got to eat some of the best food. I got to meet some of the best people on the planet, and got to see all their cool stuff. Right? I was even getting in the police car and closing the door and turning the siren and the lights on.
Well, it's like our gun raffle. We charge $10 a ticket, and that gives you a chance to win one of any gun that's on the list on the ticket, a steak dinner.
Oh yeah.
And it's not cheap steaks either. That's a steak that's like that thick. And neighboring fire department comes in, and they bring in their barbecue trailer, and they cook the steaks and everything, baked potatoes, corn on the cob, beans, everything. And we bring in a beer trailer and all the beer you can drink, all the soda you can drink, everything. Yeah. And we all have all different games and stuff that we have for it and stuff. We raise a pretty good chunk of change for it. And with COVID, when COVID hit, we took a hit because we couldn't have it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
So we have in our town, we have a harvest festival, and it was, for the fire department, kind of started Friday night. They got local other fire departments to enter in. So they, in a sense, they'll be cooking the barbecue, and then they'll have like a cook-off on who did the best, and then they'll turn that into the barbecue. They'll make barbecue sandwiches at the harvest festival. So it gave bragging rights to the different local fire departments to kind of get their name out there too. But then we'll turn around and make the barbecue sandwiches, and that money went towards our department.
Yeah. It's absolutely great stuff. But yeah, like you said, over this last little while, and and we go from one disaster to the next. Like when the disease hit, and finally got out of it. Finally, now we're into this stuff overseas in Europe, and it's I keep going back to my Revelations thing. It says at the end of all this that our attention's going to be taken to so many different things when the reset happens, that we're going to lose what we're supposed to do as preppers, as family people, getting our families ready, and looking at what's going on over there. And it's a long ways away, but with the stuff that they got nowadays, it's nothing to disrupt lives everywhere. And we're just it's like they're trying to take our attention away from what we should be doing and what we're supposed to be doing, and trying to get in these conflicts and this stuff that we have no business really being in.
Well,
in my opinion,
with everything that's going on overseas, we really need our carnivals and everything.
Oh, definitely.
And in my area, we have a couple fire departments that still do firemen's carnivals.
Yeah.
And they have, ride companies that come in and bring their rides and stuff, and different things and all that.
Yeah, that's a definite. Yeah, I found that during this too, that the schools have really backed off of doing things. Really,
Mhm.
like you know how the elementaries would have bake sales and
Yeah.
cake sales and cake walks and the last, like, I can't remember the last time that my son's school had one, and they used to have them all the time, little fundraisers. But since the stuff came out,
Mhm.
I haven't heard hide nor hair of it. And
I know.
the same as now. You think, like, having our attentions diverted, everything that's going on overseas. Has anybody really talked about COVID? No, nobody's really. It hasn't been a real big thing like it was. Everybody's more tuned now, and that's why I say again, the direction that we took in Revelations is, one of the final signs is your attention's going to be diverted from what you should be doing. And exactly, that just, it proved it to me that, we had this one big thing that was, it was Earth, it was Earth impact. The whole entire planet was engulfed in it. But now that it's all about the war, it's all about this war, and to me, if you keep saying something over and over again to a whole bunch of people, eventually they're going to say it too. World War III, World War III, and what happens is the people that are behind the buttons that press they get it too. They get it behind, this, and eventually they start saying it, and then they're doing stupid things like pressing buttons and creating havoc.
Wow, it's already been 2 hours.
Yeah, this is great. Absolutely. Absolutely. I enjoyed this so much. This is why I'm doing this. Again, it's a confidence builder. It's getting in tune with people with same minded, and getting, learning from you guys as well. We're supposed to be doing, and not having our attention diverted to other things.
Yeah.
It's about the people.
Gentlemen, in chat.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna end it here. I try to do this 2 hour limit.
One of these days I gotta go live. Now that I got StreamYard.
I know, right?
I got StreamYard a couple weeks ago, and I haven't been live.
First at 8 p.m. Atlantic time. That's going to be my debut. So I would like all of you, especially you two and everybody. I want all the guys that I watch. I want all those channels to kind of come and have a big chat. And I want to put on as many people and just alternate many people and get a few, get some good information, some good topics, and sit down and have a chat and make me as good as you guys.
Well, when I sub to you, I rang the notification bell, so I should get a notification when you go live.
Yeah, well, see, the other issue is I did it on I run another Facebook page called Canadian Barter System, and I put my event on that face because that was the only way I could live stream. I couldn't live stream yet but that StreamYard stuff, and now that I got 50 subs, thank you very much. I'm going to learn to and be able to do this so that I would rather do it on Facebook because or on YouTube because I'm just more fond of YouTube. It's helped me out a lot more. I was never a social media guy. I was never on any of those platforms until now. And the only reason why I'm on them now is because I've had comments say, you want to get some more people come and go to Facebook, put a page up there. And I said, no, I don't want my Facebook and my YouTube to be together. So I said, what I'll do is I'll put the Canadian Barter System part of my channel on the Facebook and just leave my YouTube for the Journey for Life part of me and prepping. and homesteading, and so I kind of split it up. But I will get good at this, and I'll make sure that everybody knows what platform I'm going to do it on before the 31st. But so, guys, thank you very much for letting me in, Coastal.
You're welcome.
Gray Wolf, awesome seeing you again, sir.
Nice seeing you.
I'll follow you guys. I'll keep up with you guys, and I hope to get on another one. Again, I'm enjoying it. You guys are giving me a lot of encouragement, a lot of good feeling, fuzzy feelings.
You're welcome.
Take-
Anytime.
Have a good one. Bye, sis.
Bye. Well, that was a fun chit chat tonight. Thank you all for coming in, and a few that popped up on panel. And I do like to end, and big shout out and huge thank you to Raymond, and I believe Zombie helped as well, dropping links. Who else? I know, and of course, Nightbot. So if you're still here and can still drop your link, Adventure. And I'm gonna just do a quick prayer and end this. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for bringing this community together. You know why we need each other. If it's just a support system, an encouragement system, or just a system cheering you on. You know why each of us have been brought together, what we bring for someone else. Continue being with different parts of this world. You know what's happening overseas. Just be with whoever and the situations that they're in. And over here in the States of the different, got the different weathers. You got to get different. I know some fires that broke out. Just be with everyone in every situation from here all around the globe. You know what they need before we even ask. Just, again, thank you for bringing this community together. And thankful for every person as part of my circle and growing circle. And I thank you, and in your wonderful name, amen. All right. To the last 7 people hanging in, have a good night, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow night. Not sure if I'm cooking or if Batlash is cooking, so we'll see who's cooking. And or if nothing else, if I don't cook, I may just do a quick pop-up live again. We'll see what happens Tuesday night. Thank you, Tuber. Yeah, that's an interesting chat. Definitely.